தெரப்பி ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ரைட் அவேர்னஸ் அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கா இல்லையா?
The therapist's role is very, very important.
Real progress happens beyond the therapy session.
Don't question your child.
Yeah.
The only method which I know to communicate is questioning.
Modeling is basically we are talking to the child. They're going to use words like tongue, give me water, diaper, I'm done.
Wash with the vessels. So try to repeat some words which you want your child to understand.
இந்த அவேர்னஸ் வந்து இன்னும் கரெக்டாக ரீச் ஆகலை. Hi, I'm Kalai, founder of Aran Foundation.
Hi, I'm Aran, a speech language pathologist.
Hi, I'm Harshini Subaswamy, your speech language pathologist.
In this Autism Awareness Month, நம்ம ஸ்பீச் தெரபிஸ்ட் 2 பேர் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்களோட ஒரு கான்வர்சேஷன் டு நோ வாட் பேரண்ட் ஷுட் நோ. ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ் ஒரு ஆட்டிசம்னு டயக்னோஸ் ஆனதுக்கப்புறம் பேரண்ட் என்னெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும், இதெல்லாம் மிஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி we are going to talk about gap between what parents think and what a therapist think. ஸோ நான் லாஸ்ட் 4 yearsல பார்த்ததை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பேரண்டோடைய வேர்ஷன் அண்ட் தேர் கான்டெக்ஸ்ட் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்குது. அண்ட் வாட் தெரபிஸ்ட் திங்க் அபவுட் தி பேரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அவங்களுடைய ஆங்கிளில் வேறு மாதிரி இருக்குது. ஸோ ஐ வாண்ட் திஸ் கான்வர்சேஷன் டு பி அ பிரிட்ஜிங் கேப் பிட்வீன் போத் தி பீப்புள். இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லாட் ஆஃப் அவேர்னஸ் இஸ் கோயிங் ஆன் விச் இஸ் ரியலி குட். அதனால என்ன நடந்திருக்குன்னா பீப்புள் ஹவ் ஸ்டார்டட் த தெரப்பி ஸோ ஏர்லி. ஸோ 2 வயசுலேருந்தே ஓகே ஆட்டிசம் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்கன்னா தே ஆர் அக்செப்டிங் அண்ட் ஸ்டார்டட் ஒர்க்கிங். இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் என்ன இருக்குது அப்படின்னா தெரப்பி ஆரம்பிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ரைட் அவேர்னஸ் அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கா இல்லையா அப்படிங்கிறது தான். ஸோ ஐ ஸ்டில் ஃபீல் தட் அந்த அவேர்னஸ் வந்து இன்னும் கரெக்டாக ரீச் ஆகலை. அவேர்னஸ் வித் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் டு தெரப்பிஸ், be a speech therapy or a occupational therapy or behavior therapy. கரெக்டான இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் பேரண்ட்டை போய் சேர்ந்துருக்கா அப்படின்னா இட்ஸ் ஸ்டில் அ கொஸ்டின் மார்க். ஸோ ஐ வுட் லைக் டு ஹியர் ஃப்ரம் யூ, இஃப் பேரண்ட் வந்து சைல்டு ஆட்டிசம் டயக்னோஸ் ஆகிட்டு உங்களை தான் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு பார்க்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா what do you think your ultimate responsibility? நான் இதெல்லாம் இந்த பேரண்ட் கிட்ட சொல்லிட்டா they will have the right awareness for the rest of few years which are the critical years for them. அப்படின்னா what do you think?
I think definitely like it's a very important. So when a fresh parent comes to me, the therapist's role is very, very important, and also the parent must be like they must come with an open mind and open ears. Like they should not think that this therapy is just going to be like a magic pill that they will easily take away and then in few months the child will be fine. That should never be a thing. It should be like they should come with the intention to learn to be better for their child. Okay, so the therapist also should and will provide all the necessary strategies, the necessary techniques, and what are the do's and the don'ts, the activities they should do, how they should go about in the day, everything they should learn as a parent. And then keep doing it at home, and also stay in the session, learn how a therapist actually behaves and how they actually play with their child, and then do the same thing and then come discuss with the therapist and be better. Don't you think that? Yeah.
Is it like therapist நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுக்கறத கத்துட்டு பேரண்ட்டும் வீட்ல அத பண்ணும்போது you will see lot of improvement.
Don't you agree? Like therapists are like parents are therapists as well.
True, exactly. Like I appreciate all your points. They were all so beautiful, and I also believe that real progress happens beyond the therapy session. Fariha mentioned very beautifully about like what a therapist should do, and I also want to touch a little bit on what parents can do to like carry over all these activities at home, because that's a natural environment. Because I also know therapists who see children at their home where the progress happens more naturally in the home setup, because a lot of children are torn between if we go to speech therapy, the ma'am will make us do this, this, and this. When we come home, we don't have to do this. We can watch TV or we can do something on our own. That should not be the case. So parents can allot any time a day, like an hour, like or half an hour in the morning, as much as the child can tolerate at a time, and then do some of the activities done at therapy. It could be very basic play, just like having some engagement with the child without without it being too structured.
Yeah, like that's what I think what Harshini meant to say in the end was like, be like intentional about what you're doing with the
Yes.
child. Just use the right strategies, be intentional in your way of conversating with your child. I think that's it, that's the best. And we just see the child for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes as therapists, but again, you are there with the child the entire day. It doesn't have to be too much. It doesn't have to be like too much on the parent. It can be just you're just being with your child, spending the right time, having fun. But again, it's just a very meaningful sort of fun.
That's true.
One important point along with the training at home, which is missing, I feel is too much of verbal demand. So somewhere, I think if that is known to the parent in the early years,
Definitely.
so as a therapist, if you can tell that also to the parent, that will be
Definitely, like that comes under that training the parent, because there are so many don'ts that the parent unfortunately are sort of, it just comes to them in the form of teaching. They don't mean it harm, but again it's sort of harming the child in a way that they shouldn't.
Can you list with some of those don'ts which a parent
Like
should know?
one of the things definitely would be like, don't question your child. Like don't like keep asking them as if they are like a machine, that they answering machine. No, they are not. They're just a human. They are learning. They're hearing you. So when you keep asking that thing, it's just you're training a machine, not a human. So that is one thing definitely. Involve your child in all your activities that they do. It doesn't really have to be ukandu play pandrathu. No, you can actually go around, like if you're washing vessels, include them. Oh, come take the plate. Let's get the no verbal demand. Just to have fun.
Doing it together.
Partially taking it, so they are including the children. But அங்கேயுமே கேள்வி தான் கேட்குறாங்க. நான் இப்போ என்ன பண்றேன்? next என்ன பண்ணணும்? அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தான் பேசுறாங்க.
So instead of doing that, you'll be like, can we do this next? That can be done.
Like a turn taking activity, like you put the soap, I will do the scrubbing or something like that. So it is more fun, and they can play with the bubbles, because I think washing the vessels is a great activity. It's messy, it's soapy, and then you have bubbles, so the child thinks that it's fun. They don't even think
it leads
that
to different activities. Then you can go for a bathing time, and they can have an activity there also. So every minute of the day can be spent beautifully.
Exactly.
It's just that proper training must be given, right?
Definitely.
Same verbal demands. Right? So the parent immediately asks, how do I even communicate with the child? The only method which I know to communicate is questioning. Or giving instructions to him. So what is your tip or advice to the parents? If I'm not going to question, what is that I have to do with the child?
Okay, I think just like saying something like, oh, let's go, let's do it together. Anything that is not like assertive or questioning, just like including them. Oh, let's do this together. Because some of the children that we see are gestural language processors, meaning that they learn language in chunks. Like usually children learn from sound to word to phrases. But these gestural language processors, they learn sentences first, and then they come down and they understand meanings of words. So for those children, it would be great to like model sentences first. Oh, let's do this together. Let's go wear our shoe. Let's wash this together. And I see that a lot of children like to make dosa, if we have to touch on like daily activities. So like, let's do this together first. I pour this, then I do this. So try to talk what your child is doing. We also call it like parallel talk. So if your child is like doing an activity, then you talk about the activity that they're doing, and then you emphasize on some words, like you talk slow in 2 or 3 words, and the intonation matters, because you might think that your child is not understanding language, but they understand emotions. They understand the intonation meaning the pitch difference. When you're angry, A versus Innada, like the difference between both of that. Like there's a soft tone to it, there's a harsh tone to it, and there's a questioning tone to it. So it would be great if parents like emphasize on some words. Oh, this now we are going round and round with the dosa, or now we are wash with the vessels. So try to repeat some words which you want your child to understand while modeling it.
So I would like to take some 3 takeaways from what you said.
Okay.
Because one thing is modeling.
Yes.
Right? So let's talk more about the modeling, which parents should know.
Yes.
And number 2 is the intonations.
Yes.
So the intonations makes lot of
difference,
right? So I think these 2 points, I think we need to talk even more, so that the parent know how to communicate with us. Right? So give some more examples on what this modeling is all about, and especially when the child wants to communicate. Right. So that is where actual modeling is missing. Right?
So modeling is basically we are talking to the child. Basically, instead of saying polama, asking a question, we like polam. We like sapadlama, we like சாப்பிடலாம் தோசை சாப்பிடலாம் ஜூஸ் குடிக்கலாம். So you're basically talking you're basically stimulating what you want your child to speak. So that's exactly what modeling is, and that also can be done more and effectively when a communication partner is around. I'm not saying I understand that certain families only mother is left at home where there's no communication partner to model. But again, if that is also not the case, you just talk what you want your child to talk. Okay, don't ask the question. If you have a communication partner, if you have someone else to talk, then you can ask a question and then the partner will answer. And when that happens, the child will look, so for this question this type of answer should be given. So that they will learn.
This is one of the successful model, I would say. So whenever I sit with a child, there will be another adult who is sitting with the child. So anything child has to say, the other person will model.
That's great.
So this situation makes the child to be less stressful because we are not demanding
on them.
So with open mind, the child will learn from the other person.
Exactly.
So the other key point which was told along with modeling is simple words, right?
Simple
words. In your example, it was not lengthy sentences. Like it's 1 or 2, maximum 3 sentences we are modeling, right? So that is also key part which parents are listening.
And I think one of the things that I want to tell that parents who are just like younger parents, like who are like trying to join therapy, they have this question about bilingualism, like enna language Tamil use pannuma, English use pannuma, Hindi use pannuma, what? So I would say two answers for that. One is that you can bilingual, like using both Tamil or English or Tamil or Hindi or English is totally okay. That is one thing. Secondly, use language. Don't make an artificial environment for your child. If you speak Tamil at home, everyone speaks Tamil at home, then use when you're talking to your child, use Tamil at home. Don't try to be like, okay, school is take a poro in 2 years, so we'll start English earlier. You can do that, but don't make it too artificial. Then that way the child will actually be like, what is happening? So it's best that you stick on to whatever language is going on, and then if you want to add English in the middle, don't be scared. The human brain is so good that they can adapt really well. You just have to give that stimulation to them.
So concentration agreed. It's on the communication part.
Focus on the communication. Exactly. You want to tell about that?
I want to add a little bit more on that because bilingualism or multilingualism, if not, adds more to your brain and like all of that, and it gives you like more opportunities to communicate in different environments. So I would never ask any family to like just stick to one language. I think what families misunderstand when therapists say that edha or language pesunga, confuse panadinga, is what they're trying to say is don't mix 2 languages. Talk 2 words in English and talk three other words in Tamil in one sentence. That's what they're trying to say, because the sentence structure is disrupted there, and probably the child is not able to understand, or like when they're in the early stages of learning, it's a bit confusing for them. That's what people mean when they say don't confuse them. But they can definitely learn two languages at the same time, but use like full sentences in like one language, and like probably have one full conversation in a single language and then go to the next one, but they can simultaneously very well learn two languages.
Yeah. And to add on to that, using the right words, like do not. One more thing, to the parents think that they should know all the rhymes, they should know all the ABCs, they should know all the 1, 2, 3.
True.
But truly, are we even doing, like, are those really going to help? I feel like rhymes, to an extent, we can actually use the sound or the music of this rhymes to
Calm the child.
calm the child. Or even like when you're using the functional words, you'll be like wash the dishes, we can do that using the music of the rhymes. But again, truly, what are they going to learn from Humpty Dumpty? What are they going to learn from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? I mean, maybe vocabulary words like star or hi and all that. But again, for communication, what is happening? Is that even being used? No, instead of, they're going to use words like tanga, give me water, diaper, I'm done. That is functional. Don't use words that is not required. 1, 2, 3, they will learn when they're older. Don't focus on them now.
Very important point you need to tell me.
Exactly.
As you already have mentioned, the academics part is different and the communication part.
Yes, completely different.
So like 1, 2, 3, ABCD or colors are not needed in the initial.
True.
You need more of a communication. Part, right?
Exactly.
So use the rhyming sound to teach a meaningful communication. Than unimportant.
True. See, even those, in our, we tell that those, even though they are able to sing everything, they are able to talk, sing the ABCs, but they're not communicating. That's the question. But that is actually all rote memory. They're not even understanding. They're just learning because it's been added to the music. Then they're learning it because by heart, basically. They're not understanding and doing it. But communication is actually understanding and using the right words. So you really want your child to, you think that by heart is communication? No,
it's just performance.
It's just performance.
This particular thing has to be told to the new parents.
Definitely.
Therapist who is they are looking at the first name, right? And they stress upon this communication part more than the words.
Correct.
So adding to that, since we are talking about points where a new parent should know the ultimate responsibility of the therapist when they are meeting their parent for the first time. So to add on to that, I just want to know, is there any milestone chart you can give to a parent entering this world? ஏன்னா ஒரு குழந்தை பிறந்ததுல இருந்து every month we have milestones for everything, right? So அது மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்பீச் தெரபிக்குள்ள ஒரு 2 வயசுல ஒரு குழந்தை என்டர் ஆகுது அப்படின்னா is there anything ஒரு மைல்ஸ்டோன் மாதிரி ஏதாவது இருக்கா with respect to speech? அப்படி எதுவும் இல்லைனாலும் what do you think? இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பண்ணிடணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் இதுக்கு கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணணும்ட்டு உங்ககிட்ட ஏதாவது இருக்குன்னா யூ கேன் டெஃபினெட்லி ஷேர். எனக்கு பர்சனலி நான் பாயிண்டிங்ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சேன். பாயிண்டிங் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு ஐ வாஸ் மாடலிங் டூ மெனி பாயிண்டிங் ஃபார் அப்புறம் ஒரு ஸ்நாக் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் கண்டிப்பா சிங்கிள் வேர்ட்ல பண்ணணும். இப்படிதான் என் மைண்ட் டியூன் ஆயிடுச்சு. தென் லேர்னிங் வேர்ட்ஸ் கலர்ஸ் நம்பர்ஸ் ஒரு ஸ்நாக் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். என்ன பார்த்து பாயிண்ட் பண்ணி என்கிட்ட ரெக்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். ஒரு நான் ஸ்நாக் என்கிட்ட ரெக்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். சுசு போட்டி ரெக்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் எனி இதுல இருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு இந்த மாதிரி கம்யூனிகேஷன் பேரண்ட்ஸ் அடுத்தடுத்து ஸ்டெப் பண்ணி போகணும்ட்டு ஏதாவது இருக்குன்னா, and it will be a detailed one, but tell whatever in the initial stages we can tell it.
I think I will just pick up from what you said. You started doing with pointing and then one word request. You basically, what you did to tell it in a therapist form, you started off, pointing is a pre-linguistic skill. Basically pre-linguistic na, before they start, they talk non-verbally, like basically without using words, they will show gestures, or they make sounds, or they will point. So that's a pre-linguistic skill, pointing. Then what you did one word request. One word request also, you said snack request, which is beautiful. Why I'll say is that one word, so the child actually acquires the pre-linguistic skills like eye contact, attending to you, attending to a communication partner, pointing and all those. After that, imitation also, After that, they will start picking up one words. They actually do babbling, all that is there. But again, snack request, which is like a very like children younger age, they like to eat a lot of things. They like to eat snacks. So on the topic which when you're able to tell them ki, can you ask for this, can you like chips we know. When that has been done, rombo interest they will actually communicate in one way, and actually it is a milestone. First pre-linguistic up tanave vandro, and then one word, or actually babbling and then one word. So there is a milestone thing. You want to tell about that?
I think you mentioned it beautifully. That was the point I was thinking about pre-linguistic communication and how it develops later. So I think the trajectory that you went, like first is like the one word and then going for two words. Fariha had already mentioned it beautifully, so I want to mention this in the context of non-verbal children. So it can be still done in that context where probably they will start with like making eye contact to the communication partner, and if they're using like a communication board, to the communication board, which we coined as joint attention, and then pointing to what they need, which would be still considered as single word because they're pointing to something single, maybe snack or their favorite toy or their favorite regulatory thing like need a hug or something like that. And then they can still transition to like 2 words and 3 words on a communication board, as much as like verbal language, saying snacks we know, enakku snacks da, using a pronoun, what they want, and then their action. So all this that you said, it works for both verbal and non-verbal children.
And also adding on to the milestone thing, when you first meet a therapist, the therapist will, we are the people who will tell you that your child is in a certain age, language age. They might be in a certain or like no chronology, like they can be a 4-year-old, but again they will have a language age. They will not usually since you've come for like a concern, there is a high chance that they'll not have a language for a 4-year-old. So they'll have a language for a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old.
So
that language age, your therapist needs to tell you. If you do not tell you, you have to ask them what is your receptive language age, what is understanding age, and what is your child's expressive language age. So with that, we therapists actually tell the parents that this is what these are the skills that they have. So with these skills, they come under this age. So what are they going to do next? What you should do next for this? So they are in a 14-month age. So for a 16 or 18, 19, they have sort of go in that way. You don't have to be very rigid about it. But
just a range.
Like a range, you can be like, these are the skills that you can actually start teaching for that age. So there is a milestones chart, which your therapist can definitely help you with that. So if you want, there are actually good resources online as well, like good resources again, where you can check which age your child is in. But again, it's always better that you consult a therapist, who they will guide you in the better way.
It's a nice to be thing if all therapists can tell the parents what's the language age of the child, and what's the expressive and understanding age
receptive
of the child,
languages.
and in the goals நீங்க work பண்ணணும். So the hard thing is most of the parents or some of the parents will say like அவங்க கிட்ட என்ன கோல்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க தெரபிஸ்ட் அப்படிங்கும்போது they still say that என்ன கோல்ஸ்க்கு ஒர்க் பண்றாங்கன்னு தெரியல.
That's true.
This is where like that gap is there.
Definitely.
So both the parents should know what the goals are. And the therapist should take the due responsibility to tell what the language age is and what are the goals we are currently working on.
Correct.
We are currently working on.
Both
not
the
parents,
not one person.
And the therapist. In the understanding irundhaduna, I think the parent will get
definitely. Like that's what I tell to all the parents that we usually meet every time. As much as possible, attend the sessions, because it's not just like for any other reasons. One main reason is that you will learn. You will see. I've been told many times that the same goal, I thought it to do it in this way.
Yes.
But when I saw you doing it, now I understand I can actually do it this way.
Yeah.
So the right way, basically.
True.
So you actually learn so much by just attending the session.
Yeah.
So don't miss out on that. As much as possible, attend the session, ask like a trillion questions.
Yes.
It's okay. That a therapist will be happy to help you with answering questions.
The transparency
Yeah.
is very useful for
Definitely.
the parent, right? So
Definitely.
be it occupational therapy or speech or even
Yeah.
behavior therapy.
Exactly.
If the parents are sitting inside and then
Yes.
learning it,
True.
they'll know where they are, and
Yeah.
it's a chance for them to understand the child also,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, definitely.
But parent side la என்ன கஷ்டம் அப்படின்னா,
yeah.
see most of the parents are running behind the children.
Yeah.
So somewhere அது ஒரு resting time ஆ எடுத்துக்கிறாங்க.
I understand
which
that.
we cannot blame also.
True.
But somewhere there should be ஒரு balance இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
Yeah.
Because உள்ள உட்கார்ந்து குழந்தைகிட்ட கத்துட்டு if they also teach the same way at
Yeah,
home,
yeah.
it will be nice.
That'll make a
So
difference.
if all the centers can encourage the parents to sit inside,
True.
it will be helpful. ஏன்னா other side உள்ள விடணும் இல்லையா?
True.
So
If not for the whole time, if not for the whole time, just like the last 10 minutes would do, or they can like plan a day if they're working parents and they just want to drop their child and like do their work in the waiting area, they can do like once in 3 sessions or something like that. But I would say like the last 10 minutes of each session would be great because they'll know what is happening each session and they can also visually see the progress.
Ideally, if they sit for a whole session, it will be good.
Yeah.
If not in the options,
Yeah,
then
options are definitely
use
well,
பண்ணலாம்.
yeah.
So what else in the milestone? So initial stages la சொல்லிருக்கோம்.
Yeah.
Words colors இல்லாம
Functional
appointment,
Yeah.
linguistic பண்ண போறோம்.
Yeah.
And then request for skills
Yeah.
பண்ண போறோம். So what else we need to add to that, like questions or emotions அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு keywords
Okay.
if you can tell me.
Yeah.
Parents know that next நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்
Yeah.
அப்படின்ட்டு.
So, first would be using functional words. If they want to use the washroom, they need to know one word for that washroom.
Yeah.
If they want to need a snack, they need to know one thing. If they want to go out something, at least a one word. That is a
Yes.
basic 12-month-old or a 12,
Yeah.
they should know. 14-month-old. Slowly, with as they grow, they need to slowly add on to using more vocabulary, using a lot of other nouns along with verbs.
Yeah.
That is something that they need to know. And then around
Building on to adjectives, describing
and
different words.
after a bit of time only answering to simple questions.
Yes.
Like simple yes or no questions, simple where questions, what questions.
Yeah.
Again, that also a little later stages,
Yeah.
after they have acquired a good amount of vocabulary, then only questioning, answering yes and no questions.
Yes.
What, where,
Simple
simple questions first, and why questions and all comes way
Very
later.
yeah.
But simple
Yes,
questions
yes,
they need to start answering. And then definitely, like Harshi said, adjectives.
Adding on adjectives, because that increases like the length of the sentence. So instead of saying ball would be first, just using the noun, then play ball, verb and noun, and then play with red ball would be verb, noun and adjective. I play with the red ball is pronoun, verb, adjective and noun. So you can see the build of the sentence, right? So like probably this is how it builds. So adjectives adds a lot. It's not just like big ball, it's like big ball, big red round ball. So adjectives add like a lot of length and lot of description to the sentence.
And the intonations you said, right?
Yes.
The big ball.
Yes.
That is actually that's actually the way we actually stimulate the intonation part. If you want to, if you're focusing on adjectives, we'll be like big red ball.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. So
Get the attention from
Yes.
and for like attention to the child is one thing, and also to make them emphasize and say, we're focusing on the red here.
True.
Other things we've already acquired. That's why
Yes.
it's coming. The
Exactly.
red one is
Yeah.
So now it's okay. Colors are
Yeah.
okay. At the end, like we're almost starting to build a sentence,
Yeah.
which is like around 3.5 years, that is actually how the milestone chart goes. 3.5 years, they're starting to
Form sentences, 3 words,
that
4
age
words.
using these colors as a thing, and adjectives which are sort of academic, which sound academic, like tall, short, big.
Yes.
I don't know, academica it will sound, but at that stage is okay.
It is okay because it's more abstract, and
Yeah.
that's how you teach them, like with a lot of intonations. Like it's hard to just say big ball, like looking at a picture.